And thanks very much for coming along to this today. My name is Brian Smith and I work for IDP based out of Melbourne. I'm joined today by my colleague Gemma, who is a digital product owner for a product we'll be talking about a bit later on in today's session. Today I'd like to just start by giving you a bit of an overview of the IELTS online test, which is just launched this year. We'll move on then, and Gemma is going to talk to you about a new app that we have just recently launched as well. So I'm just going to share my screen and bring up just a few slides to walk through this. So late last year, we announced that we will be launching an online version of the IELTS test, and that has started to get rolled out globally this year in various markets around the world. So I guess to start off with just kind of what the IELTS online test is as an overview, it's effectively the same academic test that has been globally accepted and trusted for over 30 years now. The test taker will be able to take this test wherever they have a stable internet connection and a private space for the duration of the test session. We're testing the same 4 skills as we would on paper or on computers, so speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And we are maintaining the face-to-face speaking test with a trained IELTS examiner that will be done by an IELTS-owned speaking platform for the online test version. At the moment, we're running session-based tests. However, as we continue to roll out globally and scale up, we will be moving to an on-demand model once we get the volumes up and running as we spread out around the world. Some of the key features of the test that may be of interest, really, I guess one of the first questions that is always asked around online testing is around remote proctoring. We have our own remote proctoring platform for the test, and we manage that ourselves. We hire and train our own remote proctors. We don't outsource the proctoring of the tests. The proctoring combines human and artificial intelligence proctoring, and this works in a way whereby artificial intelligence will flag any suspicious movements that we have outlined, and then a human proctor will then intervene, investigate, and if necessary, take effective action at that point. We also have the ability to perform test taker ID checks at multiple points throughout the test journey. So obviously prior to test commencement, but also during the video call speaking test as well. In relation to the video call speaking test, as I mentioned, this is an IELTS own platform, so we own our own VCS platform, and the test itself mirrors what would happen in a test center. So it's the same 12 to 15-minute interview with 3 sections, and the speaking examiner and the test taker will be face-to-face in that video call. In terms of the results, IELTS Online differs slightly from the traditional IELTS in that we don't issue paper result forms for IELTS Online. It's only electronic test report forms that will be provided. We'll provide those to the candidate in PDF form, and they will be distributed 3 to 5 days after the test has been taken. And then organizations can go online to the verification portal for IELTS results and check those results when they have been supplied them by the test taker. For organizations who receive results directly from us, that will continue as normal, but the results will be marked as being an online test. And for the results verification, we're using the same system as we use for our normal test as well. So there's no need to set up a new account or to fix for verification. Test sessions have a pretty wide range of scheduled start times to cover different geographies and different locations around the world. And as I mentioned, they will be moving towards an on-demand model as we scale up. And this really is to give better flexibility and more choice to test takers about where and when they decide to do their test. Obviously, when we're running a 24/7 operation for testing around the world, we need customer support to fall in behind that. So we have a 24/7 pre-test and post-test hub. Our proctors and our examiners are also available to the test takers during the test itself if they need help or assistance. And there's an online chat for a tech support function if that's necessary for the test too. In terms of the validity and the reliability of IELTS Online, the test itself hasn't changed. So in terms of validity, the same content, format, and timing remains as it would for an IELTS in-center test. It's academic content. There's no test to the timing, to the types of questions, or to the number of questions in a particular section. And obviously, as I mentioned, we've maintained our live face-to-face speaking test. In terms of reliability, the marking hasn't changed either. We're using the same certified IELTS examiners, marking to the same criteria, using the same 9-band scale. But we do obviously train our own test day proctors and to manage the online testing. So there's a bit of a difference there. But in terms of the actual marking system, it has remained the same as the in-center version of the test. One question that is very top of mind for a lot of organizations as we move more into the world of online testing is around security. And IELTS has a very strong track record in ensuring world-leading security systems for its test delivery, and this remains an ongoing priority for the IELTS partners. While online testing does present some particular unique security issues, really we have to see it in terms of a much more embedded, multi-layered security process that we put into place around all of our testing. Now, obviously, our security delivery platform is key to that, and this involves having to shut down other browser windows and block access to spell checks and shortcut functions and stuff like that, which happens to the platform that's used for the delivery. We've spoken a little bit about remote proctoring already, and that's something that is critical to our test delivery. The identity capture and management is something that we do obviously before the tests start. If the test taker takes a bathroom break during 2 sections of the test, it's done again before they're readmitted into the test session, and it's done again at the speaking test with a live invigilator or a live examiner too. So there are multiple points to the test journey where we can look at the test taker, look at the documents they've supplied, and be comfortable that the person who's registered is indeed the person taking the test. And then on top of this, we also have very much standard IELTS procedures around security. So pre-release checks are undertaken with all scores before they're released to make sure that we're not looking at any results that might present anomalies, and double checking them if there are. We also have, because it's an online form, we've got the ability to integrate a plagiarism check as well to detect chunks of memorized writing or pre-rehearsed answers. And then, like all IELTS test results, this goes through a pretty rigorous system of data analysis for final checks before it actually gets released. So none of these measures can alone ensure the security of a test, but taken together, they do provide a very robust security framework. So organizations can have confidence that the test has been delivered securely and that the person that they're looking at an application from is indeed the person who has taken that test. I'm going to wrap this up now and hand over to my colleague Gemma, but for anybody who might have further questions about IELTS Online in terms of operational questions or in delivery in terms of where we're testing, please do get in touch with us. You can reach out to us through Sophie at English Australia. She'll be able to pass on our details, and we'll be more than happy to set up a meeting or a conversation to let you know anything further you might need. So I'm going to pass over now to my colleague Gemma, and Gemma is a digital product owner with us at IDP and has been working 24/7 developing an app to help test takers prepare and perform their best on testing. So over to you, Gemma.
Thanks, Brian. I'll just share my screen. Alrighty, hi everyone. So Gemma here, IELTS digital product owner at IDP. So IDP IELTS has really been focused over the past few years on developing better digital experiences for our IELTS test takers globally. Since late last year, we've been building the first official app by IDP for IELTS test takers, and we wanted to create an app that would support our test takers through their entire journey from booking, preparation, all the way through to their results access. And that's what we've done. So last month, we released IELTS by IDP app. Version 1 of the app, it's very much in its early stages at the moment, focuses on IDP-owned preparation and on results access. So on these live screenshots that you can see here, the first 2 screens on the left are just captured from our preparation section. So you can see we have detailed articles and also videos that have been written and filmed by our IELTS experts. We also have shorter TikTok-style videos of real-life test takers, IELTS experts, and also from our network test centres. You can see they're really popular 8 steps to helping you achieve a band score 8 in writing task 2. The second screens that you'll see there just on the right are our results access screens. So here test takers can log on and they can view up to 2 years worth of all of their results quite clearly. They can click on each individual skill and see a detailed score explainer and also advice on how to improve their score. Another feature that we've developed, you'll see there in the top right-hand corner, the little LinkedIn and Facebook icon. So here test takers can share and celebrate their test results with their social networks. And since we launched that feature in August last year, over 25,000 test takers have shared their results, just really proving the popularity of that feature, which is really exciting. But the work doesn't stop, Agile doesn't stop, so we're continually developing the app. So some upcoming features that we're really excited about will be gamifying a lot of our paper-based preparation content and creating quizzes such as swipe cards where test takers can test their IELTS knowledge. And at the end of this month, we'll be launching an IELTS free preparation course that test takers can access unlimited. On the right side there, you'll see some shots of our new booking experience. So test takers will be able to log on to the app and find a test date wherever they are in the world and really easily book their test from their mobile device. So this app is available right now in our app stores. We've been live for 1 month already. We've had over 30,000 downloads already. If you search IELTS by IDP in Apple or Google, that will come up and you can also download. We're running a push notification strategy as well, just to keep you up to date with every time we release a new feature